New York Comic Con 2014, brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions from Kabam. I am, of course, Lorraine Sink, host and writer of Marvel's The Watcher, and we're here with Ben Morse, side talker.
Yeah, I'm Ben Morse. I edit Marvel.com, and we have with us writer Nick Spencer, works on Avengers World, works on the much-beloved Superior Foes of Spider-Man. How are you doing, man?
Good.
That's the first question I ask, you know? I just want to ask how it's
Having
going.
a wonderful show.
Yeah?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I don't think we've ever had you on the live show before, have we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. This is first. It's a long time in the
It's
works.
a Marvel live first, you guys.
It's a fancy skybox.
Yeah? We're going to get a different view of
nice.
the con from being up here. You know, you got to kind of walk through, go through. So you're wrapping up Superior Foes. Have you finished? Have you written the last issue yet?
I've written the last issue.
So you're done.
Steve turned in the last page a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So we're wrapped.
How are you feeling?
Really good.
I know.
Really good.
I know this was how you wanted to end it.
Yep.
So that's great that you guys got to basically tell your whole story.
Yeah, definitely. We did the ending that we planned from the beginning. We had plenty of time to do it. You know, all credit goes to Marvel for that. They stuck with us and let us tell the story we wanted to tell. So it's always nice when that happens.
When you came into that book, what were your expectations? Because with a book like that, you know, it's a little off the wall. It's like these are not A-list heroes. They're not even heroes at all. Were your expectations were hopefully I'll get a few issues out of this, or I'm confident this is going to hit with people. We'll get to tell our whole story.
When the book started, Steve Wacker, you know, who really is responsible for the book happening in the first place, said we had 12 issues. So I assumed that we had 6, and you know, wouldn't have been surprised if we had 5. So it was really great to see the book connect with an audience and resonate with so many readers, and to get the nice reviews and the nice word of mouth that we've gotten. So. You know, we ended up outliving, you know, the initial promise by a good 5 issues, which is amazing.
That's the thing about Superior Foes. It's not just people don't like it; they love it. Like if you're a Superior Foes fan, you are diehard, super excited every month when the solicits came out, just to see it in those solicits. That was the big get.
It's been, you know, the fan base of the book has been really fantastic. They're very passionate and very. You know, supportive and you know, it's been one of the best experiences of my career working on that book, and getting to work with Steve is a huge honor.
Very cool, guys. If you have questions for Nick, please send them to us using the hashtag #MarvelNYCC. Lorraine has this device right in front of her
From the
so
internet.
we can ask him directly. Now, while Superior Foes is coming to an end, Avengers World continues on. You guys are going into Axis, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know. Teaming up with Frank Barbieri, fantastic writer, and yeah, we're co-writing an Axis story that features some of my favorite kind of C and D list Avengers characters. I
kind of love the lineup.
Yeah.
Stingray's in there, who's one of my favorites. Valkyrie, U.S. Agent. Elsa Bloodstone. You know, it's a 3D man. It's a really fun crew, and they're Doom's Avengers. Yeah. Which is all we're allowed to say about that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been recruited by an unlikely benefactor, and that's Victor Von Doom. Yeah. So, you know, it's the kind of classic story that I used to really love reading, which is when you get this kind of unlikely group of heroes together for one big mission, it's a blast, and Frank is handling the scripting part, and he's done a terrific job.
It's cool, yeah. He's only done a few things for us so far, but he's quickly becoming like.
Gonna do a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a question, but we have some love coming out from the internet. Dawn says, Superior Foes was consistently been this week in Marvel-worthy material. Sad to see it go. Hilarious. Read comics.
That's true, because on Ryan Panagos and I do a podcast called This Week in Marvel. We always ask for people's twim of the week, and Superior Foes, consistent leader in that category.
It's very kind of them.
And it's interesting you're talking about the team you're putting together in Avengers World, because Superior Foes really, you know, kind of dug deep. These are not the A-list guys. These are some really interesting characters, and you probably, you know, got to write like a definitive Boomerang. Like people are always going to look at Boomerang as that guy now, and you get to do that now with Avengers World with some of the other characters.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the longer I do this, the more I find out that I enjoy writing the characters that nobody has touched for years. Just because you get to do a little bit more of what's hopefully a definitive or defining take. You know, you've got more room to kind of invent. There's backstory that hasn't been filled in for a lot of these characters yet, and I like the working class aspect of it. I like that you know, they're not set up in Avengers Tower, and they're not you know, on the front page of the newspaper every day. So, you know, those kinds of characters who are trying to get by, trying to make rent, those are really fun characters to write, and it's a great way to kind of get into the human side of them.
You did my favorite issue featuring Cannonball and Sunspot as Avengers since they joined the Avengers. That was tremendous.
Thank you. I love those
funny
characters.
with them together.
Yeah, well, Jonathan Hickman and I are both big New Mutants fans, so I wasn't at all surprised that when he put Bobby and Sam on the team in the first place. And you know, then when I started on Avengers World, you know, I said, oh, I gotta do an issue with those guys. I would happily do way more with those two because they are just so much fun to write.
Yeah, it's just funny because I remember they got added to the team. Everyone was really excited, and then there's just so many characters in Avengers. They are doing a lot of background stuff, and then finally when your issue came out, it was kind of like, all right, finally, this is what we want to see. We want to see these guys on their own doing their crazy adventures. So that was a lot of fun.
They're one of the best duos in comics.
Absolutely.
We have questions coming in from the internet. Of course, Sebastian Wirtz. For the win, he would like to know, which Marvel characters would you like to see fight each other?
Which ones would I like to see fight each other? You know, I mean, maybe the better question is, which ones would I like to see get along?
That's true.
That's
that twist. You know what? We're going into Axis, and he just inverted that question.
Right.
Good there?
Yeah,
nice. You know, what I will say is that, you know, next year there's some amazing stuff coming up at Marvel, some stuff that I can't talk about. And I know that lots of characters that you might think were on the same side are going to be fighting each other soon. So a lot of my wish list is getting checked here.
No, I want to go with your question though. Who would you like to see bury the hatchet, sit down, and become like buddies, and just like go to a ball game together or something?
Wow.
Right?
Wow. This is a tricky one. You know, I would love to see Peter Parker and Otto now that they've
That's a great one.
Dan Slott was just here, and you know those guys should
they have a lot in common now.
Sit down and kind of connect over their shared experiences.
Absolutely,
now. That would be
That's
nice. I'm sure Dan's going to do that.
He's probably going to do that now.
Yeah.
Whatever, you said it first on camera, so there you go.
It's mine.
You win.
We have another question. Gray Witten would like to know, Nick, love the foes and the action comedy feel. Can you tell us a favorite action comedy film or two?
Ooh, favorite action comedy film. I love Lethal Weapon. You know, that's Back to the Future. You know, these are ones that everybody knows. Let's see.
And you gave us a little Back to the Future like call out.
That was great.
Which is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I'll sneak that in whenever I can. I saw The Heat fairly recently. Thought it was really funny.
That was really funny.
That was really
there we
funny.
go. All right, guys. Coming up next, just to let you know, programming note, we got Alan Bellman. He was a Golden Age Captain America artist. I'm really excited to talk to him. He drew it back in the 50s. That's going to be really cool. You can send us your questions now using the hashtag MarvelNYCC. Nick, where can people find you online if they want to follow you off the show and into the world?
I'm on the Twitter.
Yeah?
At just Nick Spencer.
There you go.
So super simple.
It was easy. You're able to get in and grab that.
Absolutely. So yeah.
It's The Watcher, and I'm here with Lady Deadpool. Lady Deadpool, what's your real name?
Heidi Lawrence.
And why did you want to play